So, have you ever wanted to learn how to draw this guy? Well, if you don't, I've made a tutorial anyway. Enough, you gotta start off with the basics, so that's like the infamous circle. I'm sorry if this lags a bit. So, usually when I'm drawing, I do like this little cross thing. That just helps me know where the eyes are because I draw them in quite in line. So, I usually start off with the eyes. I think it's quite easier to plan out where everything else is going to be on the head. So, he doesn't have this eye, so we just X marks the spot. Next of all, we draw like the other eye, which just draw it how you draw it. This is how I draw eyes, so draw it like that. Give you goober. Alright, next of all, we want to do like the horns on the head because he's got so many. So I usually start off with these ones. They like mimic his hair a bit. I make the trick to keep them in place. And in between these ones is a smaller one there. We also have two that are here. I tend to draw like the other horns first, but it's good if you're like trying to figure out where to put the space. So draw like two cylinders like that. Pretty simple. You just want to like make slightly more curved triangles. Come on, I'm bad with explaining shapes, so there might be a shape name for this, but I wouldn't fucking know. They're different sizes. They're not supposed to be, but they can be if that's your art style. Mine isn't. I just fucked that up. Next up, we kind of like put the circle out, and since like I've got the cross big enough, there's like a line in between here. So like draw the other lines, because these are like the breathing holes, because we don't want them to suffocate. Or do we? I don't know. Then, since this is an eye hole, I tend to usually draw like a little box around the eye. A square will work, but obviously if you draw like mad eye shapes like me, it's better to just draw like a rectangle around it. Alright, next up is the hair. Fucking pain. Because I give him so much of it. Alright, so I can give him quite like messy, like spiked hair. Because, well, to be honest, he's like always like running about and yelling at people, so I also have some of the hair stick through like that. There. Basically, there's no particular reference for drawing the hair, just make it messy and that's good enough for the day. You could make him bald if you wanted to, I wouldn't care. So next up's, oh fucking hell, next up's the neck. He does have one. And like that one art style phase where I just didn't give them necks. He's got a little bandage here, but since he wears like a suit, you want to draw like the shirt collar and then the tie. Yeah, there you go. Then you draw the bandage on. He looks so fucking goofy, so I hate him. Alright, then I can't draw what is the best. So we're just gonna like, so draw the body out. I'm just doing this for reference. He's like quite like pear-shaped. But like, then again, I don't really care if you make him like a twinkle or something. So, draw like another triangle like going like this, but you like draw it like curved and long. Then draw like two triangles that like lead down to that. These are like the shirt shoulders or whatever. Then you're gonna wanna extend part of the coat down like that. That part has to go over it because obviously the way he wears it, but if like you're flipping it and like this part's going over, obviously make this side longer. Next up is the arms. Since he has like one normal arm that's on the side and one robot arm which is a side, I'm gonna try that there isn't. So I usually start off with the robot arm just because it's easier. So he has slight claws on it. Again, this is just how I draw arms. Draw arms how like you draw them. And he has like this thing that goes over it. Again, you can draw the arm however you want. This is just how I draw it. So technically the canon design. There you go. Arm. The other arm's just simpler, except instead of having a robot arm, he has a glove instead. Because you secretly jammed the vocals down. Again, another proportions on that. He looks like he is doing the lesbian pose. Alright. So then, legs. Gotta love legs. I might have to make him smaller so I can actually fit the legs on here. I like using the square canvas, I'm sorry. So, give him legs, because he has them. And he wears boots. No, wait, I changed that. That's a different. So he, like, has his pants. He does have boots, they're just underneath the pants, and that's how you draw the shoes. They look like how I usually draw shoes, which ignore the terrible draw, but like it looks like that's how I normally draw shoes. But he's got like this spiky part here instead. And then you don't have to draw him in this pose, by the way. But if you want to, go ahead. And then that. Yeah, he definitely looks like he's also going to be posing. What the flip? Alright, cape. He also has one of those, so just like I draw it kind of kid, but you could get away with just drawing like a triangle. You draw 2 more triangles here. And that's it. There's colours and stuff, but you don't have to have colours. I'll probably like pull up like a reference of how I usually colour them in, and then as actual colours. But yeah, that's my tutorial. It's shit, I know.